Level 1. The Broke Boy. You spend 8 hours on Instagram watching other people live the life you dream about. Lamborghinis glide past your office window, while you're calculating whether you have enough money for the bus ride home. Tomorrow, your rent is due. You are stuck in the corporate ladder. Every day feels exactly the same. Wake up, work, eat, sleep, repeat. Where is the change I wait for? You keep asking yourself. But deep down, you've already accepted that this is probably how the rest of your life will be lived. Until your phone suddenly rings. Unknown number. You almost ignore it. Probably another scam, you tell yourself. But something tells you to answer. Then, a calm voice says only 7 words. Are you ready for the next level? You suddenly freeze. Before you can say anything, the call ends. A second later, your phone vibrates again. One message, one address, one time. It's happening. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Come alone. You stare at the screen. This has to be a joke. Or maybe the opportunity of your life you have been waiting for. Level 2. The Red Pill. The next evening, you stand outside the address. No sign, no logo, just an old brick building hidden between 2 abandoned warehouses. You check your phone. No new messages. For a moment, you think about leaving. Then, the steel door unlocks by itself. Inside, everything is silent. A man in a black suit points toward a chair. He never says a word. A few seconds later, someone walks into the room. It's Andrew Tate. He smiles. Not the way he does on camera. Different. Calmer. He sits across from you, stares deep into your eyes, and suddenly makes you choose. Blue pill, and ignorance and slavery for the rest of your life. Red pill. You gain his knowledge, experience, bravery, compound with life worth living. You can see behind masks of people and their lies, a true wisdom. You choose a blue pill. You stay where you have been. You wake up tomorrow and do the same things. Nothing changes. He then points at the red one. You choose this, everything changes. But once you take it, there's no way back. You laugh, but in the end, you decide to try this experiment and prove its discrepancy. You pick up the red pill. You swallow it. Nothing happens. You almost feel disappointed until you realize you are on a whole different level. Level 3. The Transformation. The next morning, everything feels normal until you open your email. Message from unknown sender. Check your bank account. You open the banking app on your phone and you see $10,000. No details. You check your status. Unemployed. Before you can even process all, another message appears. This isn't a gift. It's an investment. You work for us now. Below it, one final instruction. Today, 6 a.m., we meet at our place. Wear a tuxedo. And get some weapon things may get, though. No address, no explanation. The time has begun. Black SUV is already waiting outside your apartment. The driver never looks at you. He simply unlocks the back door. You hesitate, then get in. As the city disappears behind you, you realize something. For the first time in your life, you're no longer chasing opportunities. They're finding you. And once you are at this point, there is not coming back. There is just a matter of time for the circumstances to get tougher. Level 4. The Network. Gunshots, explosions, dust everywhere. Someone screams, "Move!" You're lying behind a concrete wall next to 2 former Navy SEALs. One of them throws you a fresh magazine. You catch it without even thinking. 3 weeks ago, you didn't even know how to hold a weapon. Now, you're clearing buildings with men who spent their lives in combat. How did you get here? Good question. Weeks after your life changed in ways you never thought possible, everything is different. Your contact list looks nothing like it used to. Former special forces, CEOs, investors, professional fighters, millionaires, people you never imagined speaking to now call you by your first name. The people around you begin changing you. You stop complaining, you stop making excuses, you stop thinking small. Without even realizing it, you become one of them. One evening, you're having dinner with a local entrepreneur who owns more than 300 stores. Just a few weeks ago, you didn't even know he existed. Now, he's asking you for advice. The waiter refills your glass. The conversation continues. Then, a hotel concierge quietly walks toward your table. He doesn't look at you. He simply places a sealed black envelope beside your plate and walks away. You look around. Nobody seems to notice. No name, no sender, only a strange symbol pressed into the wax seal. You break it open. Inside, just one sentence. It's your turn now. You flip the card over, one final message. We have no time left.
Level 5. The Influence.
There's a limousine parked outside the restaurant, all black, no plates. You leave the restaurant before you have the chance to speak. 30 minutes later, you're sitting in a private conference room. 5 people are waiting. No introductions, no small talk. The superior walks in. He looks at you, then says, "Time is the only currency we can't create. That's why we don't waste it." Silence. Then, for the first time, everything starts making sense. During those first weeks, every morning started at 4:30 a.m. 6 hours of physical training, 2 hours studying negotiation, 3 hours breaking down businesses. Then repeat day after day, week after week. At first, you thought they were trying to make you stronger. They weren't. They were rebuilding the way you think. Because influence doesn't begin with other people. It begins with yourself. Only after mastering that did the second phase begin. Psychology, storytelling, attention, algorithms, human behavior, media. You weren't learning how to become famous. You were learning how influence spreads. It was all for a greater cause. You have learned how ideas travel, why some faces become unforgettable, while others disappear. We need a global icon, key person of influence, someone unique, unrecognizable, the mentor says. He looks directly at you. You have all the tools now. We will give you a platform. Your mission? Build influence. Make them choose to follow you without ever realizing they were led. Reveal the truth to the world.
Level 6. The Inner Circle.
A private island, no signs, no cameras, no phones allowed. The moment your boat reaches the dock, 2 men take your phone. Nobody explains why. Nobody needs to. You already know the rules. During the past few months, your influence has exploded. Millions of people know your name worldwide. Your business is growing faster than you can keep up. Companies are asking for meetings. Celebrities are inviting you to dinner. Politicians suddenly know who you are. You finally understand. Influence opens doors that money never could. For the first time, you feel like you've actually escaped. The island looks like paradise. Private villas, luxury yachts, helicopters landing every few minutes. Every person you meet has built something extraordinary. Some own billion-dollar companies. Some have shaped elections. Others never appear in public, yet somehow, everyone in the room knows exactly who they are. Nobody talks about money. Money isn't impressive here. Everyone already has it. They talk about leverage, access, influence, control. You spend the next few days listening, watching, learning. You realize something strange. The most powerful people are usually the quietest. They never raise their voices. They never try to impress anyone. They don't need to. Then, one evening during another of the many fancy parties that happens in the main building of the island, regularly something suddenly catches your attention. There's a door inside the front wall, yet somehow nobody is noticing it besides you. You finally ask the man sitting next to you, "Who's supposed to be inside in there?" He slowly puts his glass down, looks you dead serious, straight into the eyes. then smiles gently, but you can see his coldness he is trying to hide from you while he says calmly, "The less you know, the longer you stay." The conversation immediately changes, as if the question had never been asked. For the first time, a strange feeling settles in. You came here believing every new level meant more freedom and escape. Now, you're not so sure anymore. Who is standing behind all this? Is there a way to escape? You keep asking yourself, but there's no one to answer. Except one quiet message you receive. It is not secure for you if you know too much.